Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're just hiding from Jake, but he found me. Here we go. Let's go. What's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Tyler. Behind me we have my Canyon, the Sandworm. We are actually here at Silo Hill Customs because they were kind enough to let me use this space over here to install this and kind of get out of the heat of my garage. So I'm super grateful for Silo Hill Customs for allowing me to do that for this install video, because it has been over 100 degrees heat index and my garage is full of mosquitoes and humidity and it just sucks. But anyways, today, that's what we're talking about, the install on this truck. But before we get to it, make sure you like and subscribe and let's roll the intro. All right, so as stated in the beginning of this video, this is an install that we've been doing. We've been working on this for 2 days now. This is a truck bed cap from Volousport. They were kind enough to send this out. This is kind of a test fit for the Canyon. They had me get all the measurements and everything, so this is kind of the first one on a Canyon. It fits super great. The install was not too bad. It took me 2 days because I kind of messed up on a few steps, but that's what this video is for, is to help you guys if you order one of these. This does have a few pieces that I have yet to install. Those will be coming in a later video. Like we have a roof rack that's going to go on top. It's a more of a platform roof rack for cargo and stuff. But anyways, this is the install video. In the next video, we'll kind of talk about the features of it and everything. So let's go ahead and get started. So first up, out of the box, unboxing everything, you're going to get 5 main pieces. That's going to be your driver, passenger, rear, front, and top sides of the cover right here. And what you're going to do is you're going to lay those out where you need them to go. And you can kind of tell where the pieces go. The truck, the way the Canyon's built, it gets more narrow towards the front. So that was easy to help when you're putting the roof on. The roof portion of this is more narrow in the front. So anyways, what you're going to start with is putting these pieces together. So I started with the passenger side here and the front portion. Once you get those, it kind of stands up on its own. It makes it way easier. There's probably, each side right here, there's probably 8 or 10 bolts that you need to go put in. The cool thing about this is all of these parts use the same nuts and bolts, so you don't have to worry about mixing and matching. So pretty much anywhere you're attaching something, it's going to use the same size nut and bolt, and it's a locking nut, so super easy to install. You're going to want some silicone on hand for this install, by the way, because you're going to want to seal some portions up, and I'll show you that when we get a little further. And then after we got the main pieces on, that's when we put the roof on. And then once you put the roof on, that's where you're going to use the silicone. You're going to put a silicone ring around the edges of the hole on the roof before you put the bolt in. And then when you put that bolt and washer in, that flat piece, it's going to push all that sealant down. So you're going to make sure everything's waterproof and sealed on top. You can always use more as needed if you want. I do plan to put a little more on mine personally. But that was the main portion of the install. After that, Jake from Silo Hill Customs, he helped me lift the bed cap onto the truck, and that's kind of where I finished everything up. So we were able to test the fitment and everything, make sure it's going to fit, because like I said, this was the first one of these made for the Canyon. I've got some silicone that I need to clean up here a little bit, don't mind that. And then once we got the top on, the rest of it was really getting the shelving system in, because these do come with shelves. You can get these with molly panels on the outside. I don't have molly panels on the outside, but these pop open pretty easy. And this is where you install the shelves. So this is kind of where I had to experiment around a little bit with the shelving in here, because it got a little bit confusing, a little along the way. It got a little bit confusing. But I figured it out. So I'm going to give you some tips, and the One of the main things I would say to watch out for is you want to put these side pieces on. The side pieces of these shelves actually bolt in right here on the corner. They actually bolt into the same piece that holds the two panels together. So you've got this, and the shelving wall all bolted together right here. So you're gonna wanna put these shelving walls in first. That's just gonna make your install a lot easier. And I will say, when it comes to installing the shelves, you're gonna want a second person to help you. And then if we come to this side, one of the tips I have to say is this side does have a shelf in it. The other side has a kitchen that pops out. I'm still playing around with that, testing it. But this side does have a shelf. And one thing I made the mistake of doing is I had all this put together except for this shelf, and realized you cannot fit this shelf in from the door. You actually have to do it from the back. So I ended up having to remove this shelving and push this in from the back. So before you do this, you're gonna put the two side walls in that hold the shelves, and then you're going to attach these little MOLLE sectionalized, these MOLLE walls right here, these MOLLE separators. Then you're gonna put this shelf in, MOLLE separator, and then you're gonna slide the bottom and the back in. That way the shelf is in there and you don't have to worry about it later, because I did mess up and I did have to take this apart. But I strongly advise getting somebody to help you, because this was a pain. Because one of the things is this is all sealed off from the inside and outside. It's separated, so you have to have somebody pushing the bolts on this side while you tighten up the nut on the other side. So I do recommend having two people help with this. Once we had the shelving done, that was when I put in the, they're not necessarily C-clamps, they're kind of like C-clamps. They kind of hug the pinch weld or whatever you want to call it on the bed of the truck. So these, the topper has brackets that are welded onto it, and then you put a bolt in to those C-clamps and you tighten those down, and that's really all it is. It wasn't too hard to do. There's 3 of them on each side, so 6 total. And then on the front, we actually did those last. There's a few other brackets that you're gonna use. They send double-sided tape. You're gonna stick that on the back of the bracket and push that up against your bed, and then you'll tighten that down, 6 bolts, so 2 bolts per leg. There's 3 of them. So what that's gonna do is it's gonna stick to the front of your bed. You're gonna tighten it down, and that's just gonna keep this from sliding forward into your cab if you ever have to slam on your brakes or anything. It's just kind of a safety point to have. So that's kind of nice. That's kind of a nice feature. I mean, overall, this thing is super solid. I mean, it shakes the truck. But this install wasn't crazy hard. It's just a lot of nuts and bolts. And then these do have MOLLE panels on the inside. Like I said, we'll talk about the features of this a little bit more. I plan to kit the truck out and kind of show you guys that. But the last step was really to wire up the third brake light. That was super easy. All you need is, I'll drop it below, but all you need are some T-clamps or some T-splices, T-connectors, whatever you want to call them. And the wire is actually on the passenger side for the third brake light. You get a negative and positive. So all I did was run that through the bed of the truck, pop the tail light out, and splice those into the brake light of the tail light. Super easy, super simple process, and that's pretty much it. This video, I'm gonna be honest, this video is a lot shorter than it actually took me. It probably took me start to finish 2 hours to do this. So hopefully you guys are able to do it faster, but this thing is awesome. Make sure you check out the Volousport website and check the links below for any tools, hardware, kits that I think you need to get this job done. And if you don't want to do it if you don't want to do this yourself, you can always hire a shop like Silo Hill Customs to do this for you. Their guys will knock it out pretty quick. They helped me a little bit on this project, but I'm a DIYer, so 90% of this I did myself. I just needed some help with some nuts and bolts, and then Jake wanted to splice in the third brake light for me, so he knocked that out. Anyways, that's really about it for this video. So make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.